Good day, everybody. Today we're going to do lesson plan 11, grade 2, term 2, and the topic is numbers 41 to 50. It also links to the DBE worksheet number 34. Quickly going to scroll and show you then the worksheet, and then we're going to go back to the lesson plan. Here you can pause and then you can see how it links to the caps. Then we're going to scroll down, and here we can pause again, and we're going to look at the resources needed. So the resources needed will be on the left hand side, and then the dictionary, the word for the day, is on the right hand side. Again, it's for you as teacher or parent to build your knowledge. So you can pause now and quickly have a look at this and prepare then all the resources needed. Welcome back. Let's quickly look at the daily routine. Remember, this is then the routine we're going to follow. You can also download the daily routine little plugin from our SATeacher e-store. I'm quickly going to go through it. So firstly, we're going to ask, whose birthday is it today? What is the date? What is the day? Let's quickly look at the clock. What is the time? Describe the weather outside. Quickly stand up and show me left, right, up, down. And lastly, we ask who is absent today. Now we're going to do the counting activity. So we're going to count from 0 to 150 in tens. So we typically going to count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. You can pause here, and then what you're going to do is you're counting tens from 0 to 150 and then backwards, 150, 140, and so on. I also want you to go and look at our counting library at SATeacher estore.co.za. There, what the learners do is there's various ideas how to count in from ones to tens. Remember, how more they see things visually, how better you will develop the concept. So after you counted then in tens from 0 to 150 and from 150 to 0, ask questions like, which is less, 60 or 90? Now you're going to pause the video and you're going to ask similar questions to the learner. Well done. Let's go and look at the mental math. So the mental mathematics for today is 5 plus 1, 15 plus 1, and it goes down right to question number 10. Your learners can write the answers down or they can answer it orally. It's time to pause the video. Welcome back. I'm going to reveal the answers, and you can pause and quickly mark it or just check if what you did was right. Okay, let's then start with the concept development. Here again is your base 10 blocks and your place value cards. Again, is you can contact us for these. Otherwise, you can visit our e-store. Let's first quickly see here. We have 10 blocks here, but an easier way to represent it is by using a rod. Here we also have the tens card that we need for this lesson. So it's 10, 20, 30, and 40. And here we have our unit cards that we need from 1 to 9. You can just point to it and the learners can also read it. So let's quickly see. The best is to pack this out with blocks, but if you don't have blocks, you can make use of cards or you can do it on the screen. So let's quickly look here. We're not going to recount everything. We're going to say 10, 20, 30, 40, 41. And then by using our flashcards or our place value cards, we can display the number like this. So we take a 40 card and a 1 card, and then we put the units card on top of the units. And then we read it as 41. After pausing this video, you're then going to ask the child to build various numbers. between 40 and 50. Every time when they build it, you can also ask them to show it by writing it down. Okay, welcome back. So here we have then activities where we every time going to say we got 41. We count to check if this is the same as that. We can count 10, 20, 30, 40, 41. Let's point to the next one. How can I prove it's 46? 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. I want you to pause here and then do a few activities like this. Again, it's much better to do it concretely. So after you have done this, you can ask the learners then, show me the biggest number, show me the smallest number, which number is between 44 and 46, which number is 1 or 2 less than 47, which number is 1 or 2 more than 43. These are all questions that you can ask while the learners are looking at these cards. Very important to communicate mathematics. Mathematics is not always just by writing it down, but the communication of it is very, very important for the understanding. Okay, so we're going to look at the levels again. So the levels is like what we did previously, is that concretely we first show the numbers. We can use base 10 blocks, we can use beads, we can use sticks that we make in little bundles of 10. And then what we can do is we can do the questions as we did in the previous activity. Now what you can do is you can give the learners base 10 blocks or flashcards, all the pictures that we give to you or they're going to make in the worksheet. And then you're going to ask questions again, like you asked previously. Which number comes before 45? Which number comes after 45? Which numbers are smaller than 46? Which numbers are bigger than 46? So these are the type of questions you're going to ask. These are the type of concrete resources you're going to use. And these are the number range you're going to work within. So from 40 to 50. Then when you're done with this, we're going to go to the worksheet. So with the worksheet, what you're going to do is you're going to complete it. But here again is you don't have the learners don't have to go and draw all these beads. It might take a very long time. So what we did previously is what we say is that represents 10. I'm just going to copy it. So it represents 10. We got 20, 30, and we got 34. And then what we can do is we can then represent the units like this. So I'm going to have 41, 42, 43, and 44. Oops, let me just correct that one. So here we represent 44, and then they can write it as a word. So this is how you complete the worksheet, by where these lines representing then tens. Then what we're going to do is we're going to complete all these questions, all the type of questions you've been asking before. Here we're going to complete the number sentences by filling in the units, the tens, and the answers. Then we're going to come to the problem solving. So the problem solving, remember, we identify the numbers, we look at the question. They can show it again with blocks or flashcards. So pause the activity and then do this. Remember again, best to make a drawing of these. We're still on our way to learn problem solving. So we don't just need to read and solve. Drawings are the best way to understand then these. Then we're going to look at the consolidation. So if you answered yes on all of these, we can then move to the next activity. If they still struggle with some concepts where you have some no's, you need to revise, revisit, or you can contact us at SATeacher.